Welcome back. As you may already know, the Supreme Court has ruled same-sex marriage legal in all 50 states. This came about a 5-4 vote, redefining the definition of marriage nationwide. No exceptions. Let's review some of the comments made by former President George W. Bush and a couple of the justices that aided in this decision. Firstly, George W. Bush brings up an issue of state versus federal law and who has what jurisdiction, what right. He said, "Guided by my faith, I believe in traditional marriage. I believe the Supreme Court should have allowed the states to make this decision." There have been many people that have sided with his statement in regards to the decision not necessarily being up to the Supreme Court, but in posing the argument that it should be allowed to be decided at the states. This may or may not cause some issues in the implementation of the new ruling of the Supreme Court, which is to be seen. Justice Samuel Alito stated this: "Those who cling to old beliefs will be able to whisper their thoughts in the recesses of their homes, but if they repeat those words in public, they will be risking being labeled as bigots and treated as such by governments, employers, and schools." Now, should someone not have different beliefs? And if so, should it impact their employment or the government around them or the schools? Should they be discriminated for disagreeing? Those are some of the questions that I guess were posed by Chief Justice Alito. However, most would argue that this is not going to be a problem, that we all have the freedom of speech, that we can all express ourselves, and that we can all disagree or agree to disagree. However, that is also another issue that is to be seen as it evolves with the new implementation of this decision. And lastly, Chief Justice John Roberts stated the following: "Although the majority randomly inserts the adjective to in various places, it offers no reason at all why the two-person element of the core definition of marriage may be preserved while the man-woman element may not. Indeed, from the standpoint of history and tradition, a leap from opposite-sex marriage to same-sex marriage is much greater than one from a two-person union to plural union." Now, what he is referring to is if we allow or say that it is permissible and completely legal and accepted for same-sex marriage, opposite same-sex marriage, why shouldn't plural unions be legalized? That is also an issue that may or may not come about from this ruling that will have the consequence of maybe a new implementation or redefinition of marriage. Now, maybe it may not be popular, however, if we say we can allow one, who is to say the other is not permissible? These are some of the issues or some of the concerns, questions that maybe we should be considering in regards to the recent rulings of the Supreme Court regarding same-sex marriage. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after commercials.